Well, thank you so much. I'm a little overwhelmed. Someone said I need a shopping cart for all of these. What a joy to be here. Happy Sabbath, everybody. Happy Sabbath. And first, I want to say, most important thing, first I want to give honor to God. Without Him, this day would not be possible. I am so honored to be here at Christian Fellowship. This is a community of faith and warmth and love. I can feel it. And I want to say, everyone, you are blessed to be a part of this faith community. Now, I have to tell you that one of the things I've learned, because as mayor of this great city, greatest city in the world, can we all agree on that? 8.6 million people, every kind of human, every faith, every background, all in one place. And I get to go to houses of worship of all faiths, and I see leaders, congregations, and I can tell when something special is going on. So something special is happening here. This is a community filled with spirit and faith, but also a love for each other. Now, that is never accidental. That has something to do with leadership. So I want to give credit where credit is due. Because Reverend Dr. Martin has helped to create this incredible atmosphere, this incredible faith community. Let's thank him for all he has done. And I was struck by the commitment to the community and everything I just heard. And I know, Pastor, you have been a believer in putting faith into action. And I also know you've had a great partner in First Lady Dana Martin in all of this great work. And a community that understands that we take our values and our faith and we use it also to help our fellow human beings. And I have to tell you, as I have had the honor of meeting with so many SBA congregations, I have come to learn what I think a lot of people don't know. I think there's a lot of New Yorkers, a lot of Americans who don't really know a lot about SBA churches and their members and their values and how they live. But if you spend a little time and you listen, you see something extraordinary. And I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for all you do for New York City. I want to thank you because what I've seen over again, and I'm so moved by it, that list, where are you, sister, who read me, there you are, read me the whole long list of all the things that this faith community is doing. I was like, I'm going to be here all night with this list. But it was a beautiful example of a community reaching out in every single way. And I know SBA churches focus on health for the whole community, and I want to say thank you. I know you focus on education, and I want to say thank you for that. You're a blessing unto this city. And I also know you care about civic participation. And I want to thank you for giving me a chance just to talk to you for a moment, because civic participation is part of how we make things better too. If we turn away, things can't get better. And we engage the possibility of real positive change existing. I also have to say, because elections do matter, I want to thank Pastor for noting, he was careful in his wording. He didn't say I kept all my campaign promises. But he said, did you say most or many, Pastor? What did you give me? Most. He gave me most. And that's pretty good in life. But it's true, elections matter, and they have such consequence. And anyone who doesn't believe that in this town, I'll give you the easiest examples in the world. There used to be a broken policy of stop and frisk, and so many of our young people of color were treated like they were criminals when they didn't do anything wrong. That policy is gone now. That policy's gone. And guess what? We got safer, crime went down when police and community started to have a better, closer, more respectful relationship. That was because of an election. A lot of people in this sanctuary made that decision that you want to change, and the change took place. And I'll give you one other I'm very proud of. I said we should have pre-K for all the children in New York City. High quality early child education for free. Pastor, that was a campaign promise. That was a promise. Now every 4-year-old in New York City gets an early child education for free. The promise has come to pass. And the next few years, here in this neighborhood, in every part of New York City, every 3-year-old will also get early child education for free in this great city. So elections matter, and the election on Tuesday matters in a way I have to tell you I have never, in all my years, seen, and I'm thinking about the whole country here, the energy and the excitement and the focus and the sense of ownership in the state of Georgia, where I believe on Tuesday, history will be made when the first African-American woman is elected the governor of the American state. I want you to know that people are not just laying back and saying, well, hope she wins. They are standing in long lines and making sure their vote counts. And this moment in Georgia, last I saw, 3 times as many people are participating in early voting on this day than 4 years ago. 3 times more. Something is happening. It's time for more change, and people are taking the opportunity to come forward. And I'm asking you to come forward on Tuesday, right here in New York City. Okay, I need you to vote. Let's start with that. Who's planning to vote on Tuesday? Raise your hand. All right. Now I need you to bring people with you, your family, friends, neighbors, co-workers, everyone in your life. You need to make it a fun group activity. Okay? People should go together to vote and feel good about the impact they're making. So first, vote Tuesday, and then 2 more things. When you get there, you know they now give you your ballot, and you go in the booth and you write out your ballot and you put it into the computer. But this year's a little different because you have all the candidates on one side of the ballot, but the other side is where very important ballot questions are, decisions that you get to make on specific issues. So you get your ballot and you gotta flip it over. Yes. If you just look at one side of your ballot, you disenfranchise yourself on the other side and get left out. You gotta take your ballot, flip it over, vote both sides. Voting is good. Voting is necessary, but I want you to get to vote the whole thing. So, you gotta flip your ballot. So when you get there on Tuesday and they hand it to you, what are you gonna do? Sorry, I can't hear you. What are you gonna do? Exactly right. Finally, what are those questions? It's very simple. There's only 3. First one says, question 1. We need to get money out of the political system. I think Scripture tells us that money is the root of all evil. Am I getting that right, Pastor? No? The love of money. This is why I came to church today. I need to get educated. Money in politics has meant that those who were wealthy had an undue influence and the rest of us did not have our voices heard. Money in politics has led to our needs going unmet. You know, they passed a tax bill in Washington and the wealthy and corporations got the vast majority of the benefit. We all need help. We didn't get it. That's directly related to who is paying for all these campaigns. So guess what we say in New York City? Question 1, we say, let's lower the amount of money that anyone can give to a candidate. Let's get money out of politics and help community people who want to run for office by giving them matching funds. So here's an example. Under our plan, if you give a candidate in your community $25, it gets matched 8 to 1 matching funds. $25 becomes $225. So a community person can run for office just by getting small donations from their fellow citizens and residents and then getting them matched. They don't need the wealthy anymore. So they're now answering to the people because the people are not only doing the voting, the people are funding the campaign and those matching funds are stretching the impact of people's will. That's question one. I ask you to vote yes on that. Question two. This one is a shocker, and it's a good shock. For years and years, everyone here has paid their taxes. You elect good people like Assemblyman Nick Perry, and you send me to City Hall, and you ask us to make decisions about what should be done with your tax money, and we try and do that well. But wouldn't it be nice once in a while to get to decide directly by a vote how your tax money is spent? Wouldn't it be nice if you said, I want to see more go to schools, or I want to see more go to parks, or I want to see more go to affordable housing? We are going to put those choices to the people. Community participatory budgeting. It says very simply, we're going to give people a chance to vote every year on where some of their own money gets to go. And I think it's going to excite people. I think it's going to get people involved who were not involved before. I ask you to vote yes for that. And finally, last question. This is about community boards. Community boards are the most grassroots level of democracy. Community boards are where people go to get involved in their community. But we need community boards to reflect the whole community. We need community boards to hear all voices and allow all voices to participate. And we need community boards to give a place at the table to our young people. Our young people who will be our leaders. You know, you can't say to people, we need you to be our leader, but we're not going to allow you to sit at the table. We need you to be your leader, but we're not going to give you a chance to participate. You see that sometimes in life, where we honor our young people, but then we actually don't elevate them. Well, if we want to be a strong society going forward, we better give our young people a chance to lead now and get them ready for what's up ahead. So, with this question simply says, let's have term limits for community boards so there's a chance for some new people to serve. There's a chance for all parts of the community represented. There's a chance for our young people. So, it's simple. Vote yes, and then vote yes, and then vote yes. But you only get to vote yes if you... Congregation is paying attention. I thank you. I thank you for all you do, and let's make a difference on Tuesday, November 6th. Thank you. God bless you all.